That's sevens, yeah?
Johnny, when you were putting the magnets up on the tactics board when we were filming in there on Thursday night ahead of the game against Barrow, did it turn out as you envisaged come Saturday evening?
Well, yeah, it did. We wanted the 3 points first and foremost. Forget about how it come about. It was, could we get the win and find a way to do it. So we got the win. Really delighted with that. But I think the way that we played and the game plan that we implemented and spoke about all week, Barrow's threats and trying to nullify that. I thought we'd done that really well as well. To get a clean sheet against a team that can hurt you, and to give them very little, to be honest, and probably should have scored more on the day. So I think we have to be really pleased here.
Our home form is great now, of course, as was our away form at the start of the season, but that's something we've got to work upon again, yeah?
Yeah, just trying to find a consistency with all the form. Want to pick up points wherever that may be. I think we won 6 out of 7 at home now, which is obviously really strong, and we're looking good. And we need to try and back that up with picking points up away and performances. I think, again, got to concentrate on the performance and getting that right, and I'm pretty sure that when we do that, the points come as well. Saw that at Bradford, and sort of a no frills performance, but obviously didn't get the win, but we come away with a good point and looked solid that day, and certainly want to come away with something tomorrow. But to do that, got to be bang on it.
Absolutely. I mean, a difficult place to go, of course, in midweek, but we're looking to avenge your 4-2 defeat back in October. Yeah,
and I think that's a great example of when we wasn't quite on it and didn't get it quite right. I think for maybe one half of football, and the game had got away from us, and that can happen against Accrington. They're a good side, and it can certainly, well, it happened at home. It could certainly happen at their place. I've been on the end of some difficult games there to know that if you ain't quite on it, that, especially on a Tuesday night, having travelled, that if you don't start right and you don't get your game plan right and you don't turn up there with the right attitude, that you come away with it with nothing. That's guaranteed. So we need to focus on that, getting a game plan, but starting the game brightly, but turning up, most importantly, turning up with the right attitude.
Kofi and Brownie, of course, doing a great job at centre-back at the moment, but Alex Pearce getting stronger, perhaps adding to our defensive options. Yeah,
Pearcey's there, he's available, he's been training hard, and he's ready to play if and when we need him. But like you say, those guys have done great, Kofi and Brownie. Obviously, Kofi new to the group, Brownie new to the position, even though he's long in the tooth, but he's not played too much football at centre half, but you wouldn't know it with the way that he's been performing. So it's nice that he's been able to slot in and it not look a whole lot different. Kofi started his Wimbledon career really well, but it's early days, and we need to maintain that level of performance, and having the likes of Pearcey there pushing those guys, and I think that's going to help with the competition for places, and that should spur on good performances.
You got John-Kymani Gordon back out there today.
Yeah. Spoke obviously after the game about the reasons why John missed out last week. He was unable to train, so he done a little bit Saturday morning just before the game, and he's trained properly with the group this morning, Monday morning. So he comes back into our thoughts. He got through training great today, so obviously that gives us another attacking option too.
Harry Pell came on at the end and saw us over the line, of course, on Saturday, and he'll be fired up for a return to one of his old clubs.
Yeah, he will. I thought Pelly was excellent when he came on. He really helped us see the game out, and touches of quality, touches of know-how, how to see that game through. And he's done that. He's done that many times this season for us, and he'll be going back to one of his old stomping grounds where he's really well thought of, and done really well for them. But knowing Pelly, he'll be bang up for it. He'll want to put one past them, and he'll be looking forward to it.
Yeah. Absolutely. I spoke to Omar, of course, on Saturday evening, and he said there was a little bit of tightness. How's he today?
Yeah, Omar comes out of games always feeling something, and it's because I think the way he plays and what he puts into it on a Saturday, and he gets knocked about, and he puts in a real good shift for the team. So he's always feeling it after games, but we've looked after him today with the recovery sort of strategies that we put in place, and obviously we're on the road now, but with it being a night game as well, gives you that little bit more time to recover. So we're hoping that he'll be fine.
As you say, we don't want to put too much pressure on the medical team, but great to see Josh Neuville and Jake Reeves out there today.
Yeah, they're building up, those two boys. I think that they're getting closer and closer, and hitting some decent speeds, you know, with their running now, and starting to bring in sort of the changes of direction into the movements, which is sort of the last stage really, and introducing the ball into their rehab, and then we'll look to dip them in and out of training really soon, and then obviously, especially in Josh's case, he's been out a little while, so we'd have to build up a little bit of bulk of training, and probably less so with a skip. He's not been out as long, but yeah, the sooner we can get those boys better, it just gives us more options, doesn't it?
You've got that fixture board there behind you, and it's looking busy. You're looking to freshen it up.
Well, we're in a good place with the team. On the back of some really positive results, but what's really pleased me is the fact that you're making changes in games and people are coming on and having positive influences. There's people like banging on the door, not literally, but with their, you know, when they're coming on or the way that they're training for starts. And when you've got that, it allows you to be a little bit more flexible in your team selections when the schedule's so tight like this. But at the same time, you know, you don't want to disrupt too much when the team's playing really well. So what we always do is look at how the lads come in on a Monday. We do the different types of testing and see how they train, see how they're feeling. Just have a chat with a few of them just to see where they're at in their bodies and in their minds, and if they're fresh enough to go again. And then what we can do is take our time with it. We haven't got to sort of, because of the long journey and the fact that we'll be up there overnight and all day tomorrow, we can take our time with putting together the right team that we think can go and win it, and obviously the bench is going to see it out for us.
Thanks for your time, Johnny.
Cheers.